or you've worked it out a different way, then just tell me, because obviously in math, there's more than one way to work out
I
each
know.
question. Okay, so let's have a look. Emma has been asked to organize an office move. The health and safety guidelines recommend, and this is non-calculator, by the way, a minimum of 9.75 meters for each employee. Calculate the required area for 27 employees. So for this calculation, we've got to do, can I draw on this paper? I think I can. How am I going to draw on there? I'm going to draw on here. It's just easier. I'm going to go 27 times by 9.75. Simple as that. And the way we're going to do 27 times 9.75 is I'm going to go 975 times by 27. I'm ignoring the decimal point. I've just taken it out for now. I just ignore it. I'm going to do the normal multiplication.
But how
Five
I can do
times
exam with you online or how is
online
happen?
exam. Yeah, when you get to the exam, it's online. So your laptop and then your phone is watching you. So you need to have a laptop that's got a camera. So you might have to, if you've got one, great. If you've not got one, borrow one off somebody, and then you
I
just
buy
literally,
already. I buy
yeah,
already yesterday.
yeah. So we use a laptop, and then it's online remote. So the camera records you, and your phone sits about here and records that way, and it's just done. Um, the online portal, the NCFE website, I'll show you what it looks like at the end of this. So we're going to do this. So that's 35. 7 times 7 49. Add another 3, 52. 9 times 7 is 63. Add a spare 5 is 68. And you've got a 0. 7, 5 times 2 is 10. 7 times 2 is 14. Now there was spare 1. 9 times 2 is 18. Not spare. So we've now got, again, we're just adding up the columns as we see them. 13, 16, 2. Right. So we've added up those. We've now got a number that here, so it's 26,325. If you looked at that, we moved this decimal place twice to make this number here. So I'm going to do simply, I'm going to put it back in. Just going to move it twice back in because I took it out. I moved it that way to get my 975, and then to get my number, I need to put that back in. And that's the way I'd do that question. I wouldn't worry about the decimal point in there. I would just literally, that is my answer there, 263.25 meters squared. And that space here on the online exam, it's typing, so it can be quite difficult. I would always take pen and paper or a pencil and some paper in as well to do my working out, because I like to do scribblings. I sometimes, the space that they give you, I don't like it. It's not big enough. So I like to have my own kind of space to do my scribbles. Right, let's go here. 1B. Right, Emery's asked to find an office with a floor area approximately 400 meters squared. She compares two offices. Right, office A is 411.92. That's that one. Which office has a closer? We need to work out office B, I'm guessing. Office A is, yeah, we need to work out office B. So non-calc again. So let's have a look at here. Is it non-calc? I think it is non-calc, isn't it? Let me just double check. Yep, it's non-calculator. That's fine. Okay, so let's work out this office here. She comes to work out which office is the closest to your working out. So now we're going to have to work out the area of this office, which is much bigger. Well, much harder, I should say. So I'm going to split. I'm going to draw a line down there. You can't. Can I thought I could draw in here. Annotations. Is it letting me? No, it's not letting me draw on there. Interesting. Okay, so I would draw. Maybe I'll do it on. I'm going to draw a line down here. Look, imaginary line. So I've got 25 times by that space here. Look, and if you look at that space here, I can see that it's 4.75 and 9. That's 13.75. And then I've got to take it away from 24.75 That's a whole length. So I'm left with 11. 25 times 11. For this area here, I'm left with 25 times by 11. Sorry, my sister just texted me. I'm just looking.
No problem. It's okay. Don't worry.
No.
Take your time.
She lives way up in Leeds. She's not been very well for a few
Oh.
days. So she's come home from hospital now. So she just texted me and saying she's all right, which is good. She's good to know.
Tell her to take garlic, to drink every morning garlic, and you'll be the best
Yeah.
health.
She needs
You'll have
more
the
help
best
than that.
health.
She needs more help than that. So we got 25 times 11. I'm going to do 25 times 10, which is 250. Add another 25. Okay, so I've got 275 for that part there. Then I've got here another space. I can see here I've got another space. I've got 9, and this is my next imaginary square is there. My next imaginary square, 9 times 10. Okay, 9 times 10 is 90. So I've now got a running total of 3, 6, 5. And then I've got this n bit to do. Okay, with an n bit, if it's a square, we just go 4.75 times by 10, which equals 47.5. But it's a triangle. So whenever we've got a triangle, we must divide our square, because the line will be down there, by 2. So we're going to divide this number by 2. 47.5 divided by 2 is 23.5, 23.75. Is that correct? 46, 47.1, yeah. So we've now got another number here, 23.75. And that equals 388.75. As you can see, which one is closer? Well, that one's a bit bigger. So 400 to 411.92 is 11.92 bigger. As this one, 400 to 388.75 is so we've got 11. Oh wow, it's close, isn't it? 11.25. Not far off. So that one, as you can see, a lot of maths, but it's 4 marks, so you're expected to do more than just a quick sum. So Office B is closest. And when it's asking for a question like that, you need to do all the math that we've done, but also write in. It'll give you a space at the bottom to say which office B, because you've done all your workings out in there. And you'll see at the minute we've got a theme going. So it's offices, it's it's what else was it at the top? We had office move, size, offices again. So it has a theme going. So question number 3. 1C, what have we got now? Employees looked at office plans and held a vote on which office they prefer. A third at office A. 2/5 said office did not mind, so either. And then the rest was B, so rest. So what is B? So we're going to put 1/3, add 2/5, add our mystery, because we don't know, equals 1. If we've got those 3 numbers, well, 2 numbers, we've got fractions. We can look at adding these 2 numbers up here. So we need to change the 5ths and the 3rds. I'm going to change them into 15ths, because 3 times 5 is 15. So we've now got 15ths. Whatever we change times this one by to get to that. So we did 3 times 5. So we're going to do 1 times 5. And this one we did 5 times 3. So we're going to do 2 times 3. So we've now got quite easy 11/15. Add something equals 1. So 11/15 add 4/15 is 15/15, which is 1. So we're saying here office B, people, a fraction for office B, office B equals 4/15. And you'll find there's only 5 or 6 questions generally on a non-calculator paper. So half an hour to do 6 questions should be enough time, but people do run out of time. Emma has estimated the cost of renting. The graph shows the annual cost. So this is where we need to look carefully. What we're going to ask to do is draw a line, I think. Right, the annual cost of renting office space will increase by 5.75% as your estimated cost of renting. Okay, so is this year? Right. So this year, 400, I want to go up to there. And it's going to be the line of best fit. So I am actually going to show you now where I would draw my line of best fit. Where's that going to annotate on there? Okay, is it letting me draw? Should do now. Is it going to let me draw? Come on. Come on, let me draw. No, it's not letting me draw yet. Oh, whoa. That wasn't me. Somebody else must have.
Configuration.
Right, so we'll draw here. Look, I'll go. Line of best fit, straight line, as touching or as close to as many of those dots as possible. I'll try again because I don't reckon that's that brilliant. On the computer one, you find that it's much easier to draw a straight line because it's got a straight line drawing tool. So I'm going to go up from 400 and along. So I'm saying 68, yeah, 68,000. Okay, so let's get rid of that. All right, let's get rid of annotations. All right, 68,000. 68,000. Okay, so I've got 68,000 it's going to be if I go up from there. All right, and I'm going to go down. What was the question then? So the annual is going to increase by 5.75% next year. So I'm going to add 5.75% onto there. Again, when we're adding up percentages with a calculator, it's really easy. 68 add 5.75%. It's done in a second. But on a non-calculator, we're going to say that 68,000. Okay. So 10% is 6,800 because we just divide the number by 10. 1% is 680 because we divide it by 100. And we need 0.75%, so that's a bit of a pain. So we could say that 0.5% is 340. So we've now got all we need, really. We can work out 5% because if 6800 equals 10%, we half that. So we've got 3,400 is 5%. So we've added on our 5% in a minute. Then we need 0.75%. Well, I'm going to half this number again to get 0.25%. So 150, 160, 170. So if I add those two together, that's going to be 0.75, and that's going to be 510. So I've now got my 0.75, not 0.75, so my 5.75 and my starting amount. So I've got 3,910. And then my starting amount, which was 68,000. Add those up. 1117. Okay, so we've now done that, and that's 4 marks. And the reason that one is 4 marks is because working out percentages without a calculator can be tricky, but remember to break it down into 10 parts first for 10% or 100 parts for 1%. Once you know what 1% of a number is, you can work out anything. It's just remembering that to work out 1% of any number. So let's put any number on here. So we've got 93172. To work out 1% of that, well, the decimal place is here, even though it doesn't show it. We just move the decimal place in twice. That's 1%, 931.72. If you wanted to know what 10% was, we've moved the decimal place in once. So it'd be 9,372. Just got to remember to work out 1% of any number, we divide by 100, therefore move the decimal place twice. I don't like that now. How can I move that out of the way? Move. Oh, move. Oh, it's not going to move, is it? Okay, it's not going to move. It's going to be there. Move. I want to go down. There we go. We're down. Where are we? Good. Right. 1E. Let's have a look. Emma gets this quote of office furniture. What is the fraction of the quote? What fraction of the quote is for delivery and installation? Wow. Okay. That is quite, again, not a massively difficult one, but you think if it's non-calc, when I'm seeing that, I've got to work out a fraction. So I've added all that up. What fraction of the quote is for delivery and installation? So my fraction 1875 is my numerator, and my denominator is 18,500. So that's my fraction, but it's 2 marks because it's 2 marks for shrinking it down into its simplest form. Wow, so how can we shrink it first? Let's shrink it first by dividing it by, we can just do 5 to start with, because I'm not sure. A bigger number will go into it, yes, but if we go by 5 to start with, 5 into 18 is 3, with 3 left over. 5 into 37 is 7, with 2 left over. 5. So that's our new numerator. And the denominator is 5. We're going to go 18,500. 18, that's 3 with 2. That's 5, that's 0, 0. So we've now got a new denominator. And I can see that they're both going to divide by 5 again, because every number that divides by 5 has to end in a 5 or a 0. So let's scroll on a wee bit. And again, with a non-calc, doing things slow or doing it proper is absolutely, don't try and guess, oh yeah, they both divide by 125. Amazing. 5 into 3 doesn't go. 5 into 37 is 7 times, with 2 left over. 5 into 25. So that our new one is 75. And our new one here, 3, so 3,500. 5 into 35 is 7. So that now becomes 700. Amazing. We can still divide by 5. And some people will be able to have seen this straight away, that they both divide by 125, which is, if you can see that, then you're awesome at maths. Divide by 75. So that goes into it once with 2 left over. So now we've got 15. And then 5's into 700. 5 into 7 goes once with 2 left over. 5 into 20 is 4. And that's our new one there. And guess what? They both divide by 5 again. So again, it's one of those numbers where we keep shrinking it until that's 3. And then 5's into 140. 5's into 14 go twice with 4 left over. 5's into 40 go 8 times. Okay, 3 over 28. So if we look at that number, 28 doesn't go any smaller because it's 7 and 4 and 2. And then 3 doesn't go any smaller because it's only 1 and 3. So that is the smallest. So when you look at that start fraction of 1,875 over 18,500, you don't think it's going to get right down to 3 lots of 28, which, yeah, amazing. So it does. So that's your finished answer for that one. And then we've got one final, I think we've got one final question left on this paper. Yeah, one final question, because it says end there. And this is a 1 marker, so it doesn't look like it, well, hopefully it's not a real, when it's a 1 pointer, they're not really difficult normally. Another option is to rent a fully furnished office. Prices vary according to length of rental period. 1 year is 10,000 per month. Wow. 5 years is 8,500. Calculate the percentage discount per month if the office is rented for 5 years rather than 1. Okay, so if we've got 8,500 and we had 1,000 again, what I'm going to do here is make that into 10,000 in it. I'm going to take those two zeros off. I'm going to take those two zeros off. So I can see £85 from 100, okay, is 15% less. So I've got 100 there, so I'm talking percents already. So if it's 85 to 100, it's the same as it is 8,500, so it's 15% less. I can't percentage discount if the offer is rented for 5 years rather than one. Yeah, so it's per month. I'm thinking, do I have to work out that for 5 years? Do I have to work out for 5 years? No, surely not.
No.
I don't know. 50 grand. Yeah, no, I can't. It's for 1 mark. I can't see it being any more ago. So, okay, what I'm going to do now is we'll go back to the top, and then we'll show you what an online one looks like. But I need to find the answers first. We need to check what we've got. This one, I think we did. Right, let's open up that and put that on my other half of my screen. Where's my paper gone? Here it is. Where's my paper gone? There it is. Right, so let's make that up again. All right, make this bigger. Let's go. Okay, what did we have for the first one? And if we get questions wrong as in the lessons, we just look where we got them wrong. If we get them right, amazing. Right, 263.25, 263.25. Question 1 is correct. A good start. The total area was 388.75, 388.75. So it was 11.25 difference, 11.25. Correct. Third question was the fraction. We had to look at the difference in fractions. Where's it at? Well, where is? Oh no, it was the. Oh no, that's showing you. I'm thinking I don't get that. Yeah, that was this bit here. We just did it. How did we break it down? We broke that bit. Yeah. And then then I broke it down again. I broke that bit, then I broke that bit, then I added that bit. So I did it slightly different to them. Yeah. I broke it into, oh no, see, they broke. It doesn't matter which way you break it down. The reason I broke that bit down at the end on its own was because then I knew it was 10 times something, and 10 times something, I just basically add a zero on the end, don't I? Just move the decimal place. So yeah, you can break it down how you want. It's just, again, it's sometimes you do it how you see it. I saw that bit, and then I saw that bit. Fair enough. They've done it a different way. 415. Yes, we got 415. Then we got the value. So we're adding on 5.5%. We added on 5.5% to our 68. So this is where these sort of questions can be not confusing, but when you look at the answers, you think, oh gosh, what does that mean? It's saying that on that graph, you could have said anything between 64,000 and 70. So we were quite close to the middle. We said 68, and then we've added 5.5% to get 71,910. And again, they're saying, again, if you chose 70,000, it'd go up to 674. So we've added the 5.75% on correctly, and we'd get full marks for that. Right, E. Oh, so this one, I think we did it wrong. Okay, so let's have a look. We got 1,000 right, so we got that bit right, and then they broke theirs down to 15 over 148. Where did we go wrong? So it must be this one.
Yeah.
5s into 7 go once, remainder 2. 5s into 4, 20 go. Did I write that number down wrong then? 7, it must have been this number I wrote down wrong then. 5s into, all right, I can't even read my own writing. Look, that's how poor it is. 5s into 35 is 7. 5s into 0 is 0. 5 into, oh, maybe this one then. Right, which one did I get wrong? Let me get right. So this is going to puzzle me now. And this is what I sometimes like about, not saying I like getting questions wrong, but seeing where my scruffy writing has made the error, because it generally becomes, if you're not writing down neat enough, you can see your errors. So I've done 18,500 divided by 5. Yeah, 3,000. What? Where did I get that wrong then? So 18,500 was, all right, divided by 5. 5 that is 3 times, yes. Remainder 3. Of course it's remainder 3 because it's 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so there's the mistake. But and again, I didn't get that wrong on purpose, but I do like to find out where I'm making my
Don't
error.
worry,
So
everyone needs to do mistakes in its work.
I like it. My error is here, look, where I literally said carry 2 over, and it should be carrying 3 over. Okay, and so then it would have been 7 there. Therefore, we'd have had 7 there, and then we'd have had a different number underneath here, and we'd have got to 100, that one here. So we'd have got to 148, and it wouldn't have been that one. So they've dropped 1. I mean, and again, if I'm upset about losing 2 points, you can't be. Honestly, you've got to keep moving. I'd have got 1 mark for writing that initial fraction, so I'd have lost 1 mark. And again, if you lose 1 mark out of 15, that's still pretty good. So yeah, I just keep moving on and not worry too much about it. And then the last question was, clearly we moved the zeros off the end to make it 185, and then we said that there's 15 difference between 185, and it's 15 there. So we lost 1 mark. We got 14 out of 15, which, hey, let's not, let's not celebrate because we didn't get 15 out of 15, but let's not worry about it too much. Right, I want to show you then. Let's stop the recording. Let me show you what it looks like online. Right, I've stopped recording now.